an unboxing of, ta-da, the new Apple iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil version 2. So, things about the Apple Pencil that I'm aware of. I haven't actually used it, but I've watched a couple of videos and watched the online information. Apple Pencil now has a $2,000 charging device, which is the iPad Pro, because there's no other way to charge this device besides using your iPad Pro. And it magnifies to the side, and apparently there is a area to do a double tap on the pencil to change tips, and in other applications it's supposed to allow you to have some functions that you can specify in different programming in different app options. So this is the space gray model. This is the iPad with cellular, 512 gigabyte iPad Pro, and this is the 12.9, so this is the big one. So what's different about the big one? The big one is, I'm gonna move this over here so I can get at my knife so I can open it. The bigger iPad is actually the same screen size, but they shrunk the bezel down. So this is about the size of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. On the smaller iPad Pro, they actually kept the size the same and just increased the screen to have the same basic bezel. Now, I know that they say that it's an edge-to-edge screen. I'll grab my knife. They say it's an edge-to-edge screen, but it really is not an edge-to-edge screen. It is just a very thin bezel. Don't try this at home. And interestingly enough, call it fate or karma or bad luck, my current last year iPad Pro just died today and no longer allows me to charge it. And I looked in the charging port and I didn't see any fuzz, or there was certainly no water damage to the unit because it's been in a case and it's only used in my office and in my home. So unless one of the kids got on it and messed it up, I certainly didn't do anything. So it has to be equipment failure, and I didn't get Apple Care on that device because I usually just get it on my portable devices such as my watch and my phone. And so I'm going to be SOL with the repair, I think. So we'll have to make a Genius Bar appointment for that. So these are apparently an example of some of the wallpapers that come with the device, which is pretty cool. And there it is. Apple packaging is always just a step above. So let's flip it over. This thing always a little bothered me here is that they stuck the camera out. So you basically have to get a case, which probably isn't a bad idea, but if you really want to make sure you don't scratch the device, you want a case, but it doesn't lay perfectly flat because of the fact that there is that bump on the back. So there it is, no home button, very thin bezels, or yeah, I guess a bezel. If you look there, there is the Apple Pencil charging port, and I'm trying to focus on it, but it's having a problem. This dark gray area. The iPad Pro is meant to be able to be held in any orientation whatsoever, so there truly is not supposed to be a dedicated up, down, left or right, top or bottom. Well, I guess there's a top and bottom because you can't really do much looking at it like that. So we'll power it up. And while that powers up, we'll look at the rest of the box. Sorry for the overhead light, guys. Wow, that marked up pretty darn quick with fingerprints. All right, come on now. Show me at least one iPad working in this house. All right, that's booting up. And as you can see, you get the bigger power brick, which is also USB-C. Finally seen on an Apple device, USB-C. USB-C wire goes to the USB-C port here. As you can see, there is the cellular band there, as well as 2 speakers in the front, 2 speakers in the back, and the remainder of the cellular band on the back. Not super attractive with the cellular part on the back, but I guess if you're going to have a completely metal enclosure, okay, if you're going to have a completely metal enclosure, you have to have some way for the signal to get in and out. All right. So we'll get this set up. So this is just a quick unboxing of the iPad Pro. This is the larger iPad Pro. So this is the full size. And a lot of people are saying that the Geekbench scores on this multi-core iPad processor rival some of their MacBook Pros. So a lot of reviews also say that it's still not a definitive laptop replacement, but Apple has been trying to, and has been, I think, successfully edging closer and closer to iPad replacement or a laptop replacement with these tablet devices. There's a great video, I think it was on with Walt Mossberg, where Steve Jobs talks about moving to tablet computing and how difficult it will be. And it will happen, maybe it'll be 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, but eventually it's gonna get there. So this is Apple's newest entry into making that a reality, and I think I'm going to love this new iPad. So thanks for checking it out, and I'll be talking to you later. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube Gaming, YouTube, obviously you're watching this on YouTube itself, Twitter, ed.gamer, tech, gaming, and medicine, because a little medicine never hurt anybody. See you later, guys.